Now, if you know anything about the history of Canada as well, which I know you do, but maybe some of the listeners don't understand, is 2/3 of the time the government is always liberal in this country.
Mm,
The conservatives
mm.
seem to be we're fed up with them. They had their 2 terms. They've really made a mess of it. Now the conservatives come in, they might get a term or two, and then it's liberal again. So what has been the impact then by taking the power away from the parliamentary, the elected representative, and handing it over to the judges? Because you alluded a little bit to that already.
Yeah, because there's just many policy areas where the judges have taken control, and sometimes even there's been instances where politicians will say to people, "Oh, we can't do anything about that. That's in the court's control." You know what I mean?
I
And
want to
I
bring
think some
that up
politicians.
because
Oh, okay.
Danielle Smith has said that herself. Oh, there's nothing I can do. That is with the courts. And I'm like, when did the courts get more power than our premier?
It's not in opposition to the charter, it's part of the charter. It was brought in because the premiers were afraid of the Supreme Court making decisions that were so radical and there was no turning back. And actually, Peter Lougheed, who had been premier at that time, he gave an address which was later published as an article about 1991 at the University of Alberta. He talked about why it was so important. And one of the examples he gave was actually the Roe v. Wade decision in the United States. Before 1973, the abortion issue in the United States was determined by the states. There were some states that were pro-abortion and they could have pro-abortion laws, and there were some states that were anti-abortion and they could have anti-abortion laws. So it was up to the people.